Reed here, and I want to get a video out real quick for everyone today because I'm behind on the editing of the solar video. Yep, sorry about that, guys. So I'm going to stay up a bit late and get that hammered out, try to get that out as first thing as I can tomorrow, but I still wanted to get something up for people to look because, you know, YouTube likes to, you're not productive, sort of thing or something like that. So yeah, but otherwise there's other important things I did want to really talk about, wanted to address, especially with things people are talking about going on in the community, because I think a huge chunk of people are full of shit, and you know, we just need to address that a bit here. And the other thing is, you know, tons of people are really focused on what's coming up, you know, January 20th and the voting of the Electoral College and all those things. I think we need to look further out. The future. It's Back to the Future, I tell you. It's a good movie. Good movie. One of my favorites, actually. Anyway, let's bring it around here. So, you know, we got these lockdowns coming and stuff like that. Well, if you guys remember last year, lockdowns or anything like that hit, you know, it was like late February, early March, just like that. Things started really shutting down and things. Well, now it's November and we're getting lockdowns and everything shutting down. I think that's going to have a big issue on the food supply and availability and a lot of medical supplies and necessary things. Yeah, and like you might have a governor as crazy as mine who's decided to close grocery stores. And yes, I am actually being serious. She's ordered grocery stores to be closed. I know, a bit wild, huh? If you don't know anything about it, link in the description to an article about it, you can read about it. Basically, she's saying a bunch of the grocery stores are having too many COVID cases in her mind, so she's ordering them closed for 2 weeks to have a deep clean and all this other stuff done. Cute. Just lovely. There's a lot of opinions I have about our governor. Yeah, we'll save that for some other time because it's not really a friendly conversation. So we'll skip that for now. But, you know, it's going to make food availability pretty hard, especially if you're in a small town. Their answer basically is if they close one of the stores, call one of New Mexico food bank assistant programs and they'll get you something. Brilliant. Just brilliant. You also got to love this idea. We're going to shut down everything, funnel everyone together, put them in close quarters and all that sort of stuff. So anyone who's sick might be slightly sick, and the quote asymptomatic spreaders that they're super terrified and everything else worried about are now going to all be congregated together in certain areas. Seems like a way to breed the virus. But we're going to focus on the future, like I said. But anyways, so you see, lockdowns are coming. Things are going on like that. Well, I highly recommend you stock up on a bunch of essential food supplies. Dry beans, rice, corn, get wheat or flour, you know, stuff like that. Sugar, baking soda, yeast if you can find it, or get a sourdough starter. Lots of people got sourdough starter videos. In fact, Anthony has some stuff about that. And if you don't know who Anthony is, go check this out in the description. Highly recommend it. A lot of important things because, you know, there may be heavy-duty lockdowns that make it hard to go to the store and get supplies. Could be a big issue. And the other thing is, you know, if people are really sick and all that stuff, you may be one of those people that are like, you know, I really don't want to bring the winter crud, the flu, pneumonia, or anything else home with me from having to go to the store where everyone's congregated together. I'm just going to hang out and do my own thing. In fact, that's one of the things I'm planning to do is hang out and do my own thing. I got lots of cool things planned. So, yeah, stock up on food. All the other channels that selling you got to go get guns and ammo, push that off. You know, you can't eat bullets, okay? They're not very digestible. So, yeah, I would highly recommend on food and sort of essentials on that. Also, get basic medical. You know, if you're going to be doing stuff around the house, got a lot of things to do and stuff like that. I hurt my back plenty, stuff like that. You know, painkillers like ibuprofen, Tylenol, aspirin, all that sort of stuff, good thing. Even a Proxen, which is, or naproxen, it's a Aleve or whatever. Yeah, pretty handy to have hand. I also say get a lot of, you know, first aid kit supplies, Band-Aids, gauze, you know, good wraps, just like that, things for sprains and all that stuff. Stock up on it. Now, another thing, though, is if you got children, I highly recommend a good supply of vitamins. Why? Well, it's really easy to miss some of the nutrition if you're eating off of staples and stuff like that. Cooking things up, you may have some things missing in the meal. Give them vitamins so they're not having nutritional deficiencies and stuff like that. Like iodine is incredibly important. So, you know, multivitamin could cover that quite well, or an iodine supplement. And if you're wondering what kind of food has iodine in it naturally, lima beans. Good source. There's other ones too, you know, like skins of sweet potatoes, I think also have it and stuff. And if you don't know where to find it, go to a web search tool and say, you know, plants that contain iodine, you know, give you an answer on that. But iodine, really important to development and health of children, and lots of other things, lots and lots of other things. But, you know, it's a video for another topic. So that's sort of looking at the future, because we can expect, deeper lockdowns, and I highly suspect the supply chain is going to really have an issue this time. Lockdowns are going to be some more severe because a lot of these people are, we'll kind of keep that polite right now. It's hard because I really want to go off on them, but okay, we'll keep this polite. But looking at the future, what are we coming on the end of the season on here right now? Well, no one's thinking about gardening. If you see any gardening supplies, any seed packets, anything to do with, something needed to gardening, if there's soil, fertilizer, all sorts of stuff, buy it. All right? I highly recommend grabbing it now. The gardening stuff and all this stuff was hit hard when it came to spring. A lot of people are like, I need my victory garden. Throwback to World War II, they called them that, victory gardens. We need to start growing our own food. And lots of people got into it because they're like, this is nuts. I fully support people growing their own food, getting into this and doing a lot of other stuff. Really good thing. But think about it. Lockdown's more severe, people more panicked. You're going to have a lot more people. And they're probably highly underestimating the demand, especially with Biden saying he's going to do a national lockdown and a national vaccine mandate. But he doesn't know how he's going to enforce a national vaccine mandate. That was an interesting thing. We'll talk about that some other time. But yeah, definitely pick up any excess gardening supplies you see in the store and put them aside. They are going to be really, really helpful to you. Other thing I highly recommend you get, additional footwear. Footwear is very, very handy. I got to go get some more boots and stuff like that. I'm going to get them, put them aside. Got to get some tennis shoes for the wife. Very, very, very important. Make certain to have additional footwear, because, gardening out there barefoot, trying to deal with the rocks and all the horrible goat heads, not pleasant. I've stepped on plenty of my fair share of time out here. I really don't like it. I'm certain other people have other pests, snakes, to worry about and stuff. So definitely get some footwear. Also, if you have kids, I would highly recommend to get some clothing or bolts of cloth and just like that. Also, if you don't have a good supply of clothes for you, get some supply of clothes, gloves, gardening, stuff like that. Get those things. Very helpful and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I'm thinking on stuff. Looking towards the future. Some quick thoughts on that. All the people saying you got to do this right now to survive. Ignore them. Okay? Ignore the crazy stuff. Buy your guns. Buy your ammo. Buy the bug out bag. Buy your bug out roll. Buy your whatever crazy doodah. The super secret stove thing you can put sticks in to cook on and stuff. You need that. You need that. No. Just get stuff you can cook with, food, things to feed yourself with, keep you from starving and everything else, basic medical supplies, things for your kids and all that. Board games, actually let me add that there, board games if you don't have any. We could have internet problems, stuff like that, because, all the people staying home, internet could be horribly congested. Yeah, think of that sort of stuff. If you've made it this far, I got a bonus thing for you. I want to talk about something in the news, something totally off the wall and interesting. So, the Department of Public Safety was out in Utah flying a helicopter like that, doing a survey and stuff like that, and then suddenly they're like, whoa, what was that? They land, check it out, they found a giant metal obelisk down in the Utah desert. Someone had some fun, and honestly, that is something I would totally do. Build some crazy looking contraption, put it out in the middle of nowhere, see who finds it, and then watch when they eventually find it in the news stories going, what in the world is this thing? I would totally do something like that. So whoever did it, I bet they're having some fun giggling, checking out the news. If you haven't seen this thing, go check out the article in the description. I had a good laugh at it. I'm like, hey, something not so annoyingly depressing. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. This is Reed, and solar's coming. Take care. Bye.